Hello everyone and welcome back to Combo Breaker 2018 Mortal Kombat. Top 24 into top 8 with yours always over here, Mr. Rocco Man, and the most beautiful man to sit next to me in the past 10 minutes, Darth Arma, everyone.
Ooh,
welcome, Darth.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited about pretty much traveling back in time and going back to a game that we fell in love with, a game that helped us transition into this generation of consoles. And this was the game that really stepped it up for me personally. Just seeing how much NRS did in terms of game content, the variations, all these different things, everything, the fatalities, how brutal these were. And speaking of brutalities, I'm so happy to see these again.
There's no more start rematches if you get brutality, because you're going to hold that. That's what Mortal Kombat X is all about. It's fast-paced, it's gory, it's got the action. You viewers are in for an absolute treat. If you haven't tuned into Mortal Kombat X before, it is one of the most beautiful games to view as a spectator, because it's so easy to get into and graphically still holding up to this date. Netherealm Studios did an amazing job with this game. One of my personal favorite game to play still is Mortal Kombat X. Just not only the lore, but it holds up so well. And you said that they were so innovative in what they did, completely changing the landscape, variation-wise and system-wise. A lot of variety, and I mean, it was one of the games where it had so many combinations of matchups.
Yes, so many matchups you have to know.
And so the game could still, to this day, if it was being played every single day. As we get to the match, I'll end up on that thought later on, as we have Cusco going up against Noble Rewind. And Rewind, not picking what I thought he was going to come in here, which he usually uses Raiden, but coming in here with Jackie Bay Briggs going up against Mama Blade herself, Cusco, and one of the only people that still plays this game on the regular, Arma.
On the regular, that is saying something here, but hold on, Noble Rewind going up one around, taking it, no problem, using Jackie. Now, Jackie is one of the very few characters in this game that just likes to play it lame, but, as you can see, she does go in from being aggressive to not being aggressive. Right now, Noble Rewind just taking it to Sonya in this corner. She is stuck here, hits the neutral jump punch.
And you mentioned Jackie. She's two-dimensional. She can zone and she can rush down. The middle ground is where she kind of struggles because she doesn't have the range. But once she's in, you guys are witnessing huge damage, and we're going to get a knockdown here. Rewind so close to closing out game 1 already.
Now this is looking pretty free here. Cusco does have 2 bars. He can use a breaker, but unlike Injustice, you don't get any health back. So you just got to hold that here, and Noble Rewind taking the first game.
And this is really good against Cusco, who is very stubborn. He is a covert ops Sonya main. That is what he lives and dies by. Instant rematch.
Just the variation, just that one.
Yep. But Jackie is going to pose a problem for her, because she's very good at taking away the aerial game, which Mama Blade is used to controlling with the dive kicks. And what a beautiful down 2 there. And in the corner we go. But still, Cusco and covert ops, no matter what, if you get touched, you're getting mixed. And that's what Covert Ops is all about, with the military stance cancels. And he is going in right now, the crouch on the command grab, though.
And what a tech throw here. He knew that was going to be his way to shift the momentum, to put it back, to put Sonya back into the corner and go into this next round possibly with a better position. Hold on, uses the meter, extends the combo all the way to the middle, and we're going to get a hard knockdown.
Oh, going for the same mix. I mean, he was 2 for 2 on the back 2 before. Why not do it again? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Oh, getting clipped there by the overhead, not blocking it standing, and now look at that. Scorpion right down on the ground here.
Oh, the up rocket, not paying off from full distance, and there's no gap there. You got to hold that machine gun in the pressure of 1-2, 1-2. Very good string by Jackie. Does start out with a high, about its only weakness. Leads to some plus frames. Even there on the EX Rocket, getting a little profile by the down 3, which is very good by Sonya. Has a lot of plus frames to take her turn, but getting armored. And Rewind trying to bring in some momentum here. He's got the health lead, has to watch out for all this meter that Cusco has. Oh, the drop kick adds on so much damage, Arma. It was buffed in the last patch, and geez, that does some damage.
And that was perfectly timed there. He really danced around the idea of Noble Rewind relying on that breaker and just had the perfect opportunity to go for it.
Getting ready to throw here. Oh my goodness!
It works. It auto-corrects. It works. It's fine.
I'm out.
This is full auto corrects here. Trying to keep Sonya at bay, but Sonya finds her way in, jumps in, continues with the dive kick, and this is going to do so much damage.
And the corner carry, and stop jumping at this man. The down twos on point from Cusco, and look at the range that Mama Blade can play at and into some mix. She's got the military stance cancels. She's got it down pat.
Ooh, gets caught not blocking there.
One thing we haven't seen from Cusco is the parry, so he could stagger into the parry as Rewind picking up that combo beautifully. The only difference right now is Cusco going into this round fully loaded. That's a full stick of butter down there. He's about to open up a bakery of mix.
Yeah, that is a full
Except
stick
for
of
that backdash. That was kind of beautiful by Rewind to set the whip punish.
It was a great read there by Rewind. Understood exactly what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it, but hold on. Cusco finding himself in the better part of this corner pressure game.
Oh, tried to anti-air with the stand one. I mean, the rocket. Are we seeing female hitbox problems all over again? Not like this. All the buttons right now working for Rewind. Doesn't care whatsoever, and coming in with the back two. Oh my goodness.
What a whiff punish there.
Oh, the ball's on Rewind. No fear of a wake up from Cusco at all.
And he went for it a third time. He just did it.
Oh, and Cusco taking the risk, but it was something that he hadn't thrown all match, which was the cartwheel off of the military stance. So Rewind actually earlier in that match crouched a command grab off a military stance. So Cusco was making the read that he was going to be crouching there. I respect that.
He went for it.
But on the upside for Rewind, he wouldn't have died to the command grab. And the low you can eat mid-screen because you're not going to get comboed. So his only option there to kill was the cartwheel, and Rewind may have just known that and executed perfectly. So
it was just a little risk-reward analysis there on Rewind's part, and a very smart move.
Oh my goodness, the fact he picked that combo was kind of disgusting. Into the corner we go, the knockdown. What's for breakfast? Some plus frames. Good poke. I'm shocked that Rewind didn't go for the machine gun. It would have left the gap, but not much Sony could have done in that situation.
I like the side switch here. Unfortunately, does find himself back out of the corner. Can he make this happen? No, he stands up, not anticipating the meter burn that you can input a little bit later after the regular move.
And at a certain distance, there's no escaping.
Yeah. All right, Rewind just trying to be a little lamer here, trying to just, slow down the pace, make Sonya make those mistakes and make sure that she pays for them.
100%. Let your opponent hang themselves. When you have the health lead and you're playing a zoner, you don't have to take unnecessary risks. Just let the opponent hang themselves. And she has the perfect weapon for that, which is that up rocket, because you get a little antsy, you start to jump.
Yeah, jumping is a nice, clean way, or I guess an easy way to get in on your opponent, as long as you're in jumping distance.
And Cusco's had that X-ray for a lot of rounds, and I'm waiting for that thing to get busted out and it's some huge damage.
I don't know if it's going to happen here. Rewind going for a lot of throws, a lot more throws than he was in that first game. So trying to just mix it up here against Cusco's, going into the corner meterlessly.
And okay, so there's the same exact read that he made mid-screen but in the corner, where that only combos in the corner, that was a godlike block as well. Now Rewind's just guessing right on every single mix-up that Cusco's trying to throw at him, and now he's within kill distance. He went for the throw again, but it was tagged. No way, do it up rocket.
Oh, down to absolutely nothing is a death sentence against Jackie Briggs, which she's got full auto.
Goodness. From full screen, from downtown.
I mean, what other option did he really have in that situation except to get out of that situation in the first place? But huge ups to Noble Rewind, taking that 3-1.
Those were clutch blocks off the military stance cancel. And again, it was situational. I think that Rewind really did play the risk-reward factor of, in the corner, he may go for the low, simply because it can get a full combo.
Yes.
And only in the corner. So you guys have to think about that. If you're playing Sonya Blade, you always have to be conscious of where you are on the screen when he cancels in the military stance. And the added meta on top of that is that if they go for the command throw or the cartwheel, there's a gap.
Yes.
The low, there is no gap. So there's so many things that you have to think about when you're trying to block against covert ops, and Rewind showcasing it very well. And the pick of full auto looked really good.
It was, and again, it was a pick that we weren't really anticipating, and it was specifically geared toward this matchup. And again, going back to all that situational awareness, understanding how much Sonya's going to get when she's in the corner versus her not being in the corner, and that's true in almost a lot of different fighting games, and that kind of influences your decision making, influences what you think your opponent is thinking, and it's That's what just makes fighting games so beautiful. It's just a mind game within a mind game within a mind game.
Absolutely. It's okay, so fighting games is like onions, which is like ogres. It's got layers.
I love the Shrek quotes, man.
All right, coming up next, we got another battle of the titans of Mortal Kombat.
Ooh, yes.
Tweedy going up against Scar.
Now, Tweedy, he's that player that kind of didn't really break out at the beginning of MKX.
Yep.
He was the stay-at-home player, especially when the netcode got that huge buff. That was the biggest buff NRS gave anything in any of their games, was the netcode to MKX. And Tweedy was just able to get all the experience he possibly could, and he really became a contender. And towards the end of the game's life, he was out there going to events and just taking names, taking scalps. And, Scar, tell us a little bit about Scar, man.
Oh, man. I mean, probably the #2 overall MK-rated player in the game's lifespan. These two gentlemen in particular, as the match gets started here, the last two big MK events were online. They were the Combat Cups.
Yes.
Scar won the first one, and Tweedy won the last one. The last two, they actually split them. So these are two really hot MK players right now going at it, and you've got another Mama Blade on the screen, but this time it's Demo. We've got the nades.
Yeah, the grenades in play, and I gotta watch out when she's got them ready to throw. And Scar can control when they detonate, and that really influences whether she's gonna be plus on something, whether she's gonna be a little bit more negative, and whether this is gonna lead into a huge combo here. But Scar running away with the first round, and Tweedy finding himself in the corner, finds himself back out of here.
Oh, that's gonna be a warm 19%. What's so scary about this matchup in particular, that a lot of Possessed Kenshi's armor keeps him standing still, which is exactly what Scar wants with those meaty grenades, is if he wakes up, they're still gonna be there to activate afterwards.
Yeah, very scary stuff here. Oh, tries to jump out of there, but Scar ready for it, hitting him with that down 3 and keeping him in the corner, looking for the down 2. Hold on a second. Tweedy finding the momentum.
Oh, here we go. I'm actually not even too sure what Scar was looking for with that down 2. I think he just felt like being a savage.
He just went for it. He thought he was going to get a little antsy, possibly going for unbreakable damage.
Oh, and Tweedy without a breaker could be dead.
This is very close. Really, this is going to be a bad situation here.
Yeah, without any bar there, Tweedy was just a sitting duck and had to eat so much on that wake up.
Yeah, it was either get up and get hit or block and get chipped to death. Now, the huge difference between MKX and Injustice is that this game really rewards the aggressor. The more aggressive
100%.
you play, the more bar you build, the more chip damage you do. It's just all about momentum here.
And you as a defender get nothing unless you are getting hit.
Yes. If you get hit, you'll build bar.
Oh, what a down 2. Mama Blade has one of the best down 2s to deal with the teleport of Possessed Kenshi. And we haven't seen Tweedy get much of his game plan going. Very stagger heavy, very quick mix. And of course, the teleport which should come out of nowhere. And Scar gonna reload just in case, gets the trade. And looking so good here against Tweedy. Like I said, two guys that are so hot in this game right now, going at it. This is exciting.
I mean, Tweedy's got to do some kind of adaptation. I don't know if that adaptation needs to happen with Kenshi or it needs to happen on the character select screen, but right now it's not working, and Scar is running away with it. 19% for a throw.
Finally took some risk there, and Tweedy was not ready for the one time he was able to actually get a punish. Oh, the lows have been working out so far, and Tweedy going for the optimal damage. Woo. Swagging on us a little bit. Sexy. And there's that down 2 coming into play against the teleport.
That down 2 lowers Sonya's hitbox and really just sends her. It's so hard to get around that thing.
Oh, the nade blew up a little bit early there, so Tweedy was able to survive. Oh my goodness, swung with a down 2, and that's going to spill death. Are we getting the brutality? Tweedy stopping before the brutality could happen. Oh no, not like this.
Tweedy doesn't look like a happy man right now. He kind of looks like he's lost. He looks a little hopeless in this matchup, but I hope he can bring it back somehow. Scar with the wake-up rollback grenade, just trying to get out of dodge, trying to get a little bit of breathing room between himself and his opponent.
Oh, there's that nade getting him in the post-armor game. And that's just going to keep Tweedy guessing this entire set, and it's had him on his toes. Tweedy hasn't looked comfortable this whole time. He's been unsettled.
And right there, Scar knew that he couldn't get a combo from the trade, but he did know that the momentum was in his favor, and he could apply the pressure as soon as Tweedy got up. And Tweedy finding himself in a bad spot. He does jump out. At the very least, he's no longer in the corner. He might not win this round, which he does not. But Tweedy is not in the corner, so he's technically in a better position right now.
Yes, he is. Better position, and he put himself right back there, teleporting back to the mid-screen. Got some plus frames on the EX overhead, which Scar's not gotten hit by a single one yet. That's just...
that's the one he keeps looking at. Maybe he's looking at a risk-reward analysis. Just understanding what's at risk here and what could happen from getting hit by the low, what can happen getting hit with the overhead.
Yeah, again, the low full combo overhead, and it's actually, I'm not even too sure if it's better to take it on hit or not. It depends on the situation. Oh my goodness.
Down 2 to kind of get away, but Scar ready to run in there, ready to use his stamina bar.
And they had the same exact read, but Kenshi's NJP just a little bit bigger.
Tweedy has absolutely no meter. He's in a horrible situation here. He's got to block all these things, and Scar's continuing it.
One hit away, and gets him out of the sky with a grenade. Af0x's Scar taking a 3-0 over Tweedy. That's a message sent right there to everyone else in this Mortal Kombat bracket. Y'all better watch out.
Yeah, Demolition Sonya is nasty. I feel like that Scar has really been practicing. Scar has really been putting in the effort. And, you know, that was just clean. That was a clean 3-0 sweep over Tweedy. And, you know, right now Scar is looking good. Yes,
he is. And like I said, a man who at one point was going toe-to-toe with Sonic Fox in this game.
Yes. Definitely.
Which is why they're probably teammates now.
Yeah, I mean, it's baffling to think and just understand what it's like to be able to get that good, to get to that level, to, you know, push Sonic Fox to his limits. I feel like only a few people have been able to do that. And speaking of one of the people that was able to do that at EVO Grand Finals, here comes Tekken Master. And he's going to be taking on Full Auto.
Yes, OD Full Auto, who is one of the few people in this NRS scene who uses the character he's actually named after.
You just got to do it.
He plays Full Auto Jackie.
So I feel like you're reflecting a little bit on yourself. I know you're
there's
a big.
There's a lot of us.
There's a lot of us. There's dozens of us. Dozens.
There are a lot of people in the scene that have names of characters in the game that don't play the character. I met someone today out there in pools whose name was, his tag was Bane.
Okay.
Didn't play Bane. and I was like, you know what? We're in the same boat, man. But yeah,
I feel like you had a better explanation on why you didn't play Aquaman.
I was named Aquaman before Injustice 1.
I remember you had those Aquaman high tops, didn't you?
I did.
Yes, I remember these.
Those are great.
And you know, sometimes, you know, you can love a character so much in a game, you can love the lore around them, you can love their look, but you know, just something about it doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
That play style where you're just like, wow, I want to play aggressive, but this character doesn't really have, you know, too many mix-up options.
Yep.
That's totally fine, but it looks like OD Full Auto is fully committed.
Yeah, he came into the scene in here in Mortal Kombat. He may have created the name based on the character instead of the other way around. You know?
Could be. Common phrase.
We'll have to ask him.
We'll
have to ask him. Or does that just mean he's coming in locked and loaded? You know,
that's what it is. That's what I mean, man. It's a common. I
just fired up my own guns. I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
We're getting in this matchup. It's going to be Full Auto Jackie going up against Swarm Queen D'Vorah. I watched Tekken Master play in pools all day, and he has looked crisp. All the cancels are there. The damage, everything. He looked really good in pools so far. This is the winner's side of top 24. I hope you guys are as excited for this as we are. This is an EVO finalist here in Tekken Master, IPS finalist as well.
Tekken Master's just got a huge resume of just all these great accomplishments, and this is all from a man with very little of an offline scene around him. He was able to just kind of, you know, go into training room himself and really just break down everything about the game and understand it fully. Right now he's rocking D'Vorah. Now the best thing I think about D'Vorah is the fact that the reach of those tentacles goes so far, those stingers, it's just so pesky to deal with, so pesky to get around.
On top of that, she has some of the best mids in the game, the strings that can lead to plus frames. She's got the cancels. Huge damage that leads into some of the most disgusting Oki you're going to see in your life. And just wait for Tekken Master to get a hit in the corner, and you see what I'm talking about. She puts a swarm of bugs on the ground that you have to eat.
Yes, you have to eat. You try to wake up, she'll stuff right through it. You delay wake up, she's plus. It is disgusting. Hold on.
Oh, Full Auto right there.
And Full Auto right now running away with the game, or at least running away with this round, as Tekken Master just trying to find himself and, you know, finding himself down a round. He's really got to change it. He's got to adapt to something. He's got to understand what's going on here. The swarm does come out almost
here we go.
No matter what. This is going to hurt.
Let's see how the execution is. Oh, baby, we're doing some damage. Oh, 43%. Just another day at the office for this man.
Regular stuff here, and that trade definitely in Tekken Master's favor. Maybe not so much on hit for hit or damage for damage, but definitely in his favor in terms of momentum. Able to kind of continue his pressure, continue what's going on, and we knew that was going to kill. We knew that was going to kill. This is Devora. This is Devora in the hands of Tekken Master.
And now we're already in a dangerous position for full out and gets the full conversion off of the bug cancel. That was absolutely disgusting. Here we go. Meaty Swarm went for the armor, and I'm shocked that Tekken Master went for the read to block early. And speaking of a down two, that goes to the heavens.
To the heavens. So much hit stun there on that Swarm right to the face, giving Tekken Master enough time to go to the other side to ensure the corner pressure here, to ensure the corner game. Hey, hold on, full auto, fighting his way out.
Wait for what a down one at the range of what's going on. Full auto going for the back three, the mix itself, and that's going to be a simple chip out. Tekken Master taking game number one. Full auto not going silently into the night, though, getting that round in. Looking decent.
Getting chipped out in this game is a very, very serious thing. Like, it's so hard to make those tiny little pixel comebacks because that means you can't even block anything. No Street Fighter rule.
Absolutely.
This is all aggression. If he is hitting you, if he is making contact with you, you are going to take damage. It might not be a whole lot of damage, but it's damage nonetheless.
Absolutely.
Damage you cannot afford at the time.
And this is, it's a dangerous game that we play.
It is.
Mortal Kombat is.
I mean, between the awarding the aggressor, not only that, you also have access to a run mechanic in this game. You can just run right into your opponent's face at almost any given time here.
So aggressive. Okay, Tekken Master up 1-0 here. Already has him in the corner. He's already halfway dead. Had the bar too if you would have committed. Could have got the kill, but possibly forced full auto off the 2 bars. But in this game, meter is everything. So right now, if I'm full auto, I'm not believing in this comeback. I'm walking into round number 2 with these 2 bars. I'm sitting pretty. I'm betting on doing well this round and hoping that I have the resources, if I do it, to have the lead in meter as well in the 3rd round. That's what it's all about. I was an absolute savage as a competitor. It was all about the meter. I didn't like blocking. It gave my opponent meter. If I got hit, I saw it as a good thing because it gave me meter. You know, you have to be an animal in this game sometimes. And going for the back 2, doesn't get anything off his full auto. Isn't going to stop the approach with the machine gun. Okay, here we go. And sit back down, sir.
Sit back down, hold these interactables.
Here we go, the mix working out. He's going to get some meterless damage right here. Jackie Bay breaks, and this is going to be a simple closeout, and oh my goodness.
Ooh, jumping back, anticipating Tekken Master to think about the situation going into the next round. Unfortunately for Tekken Master, he does find himself with his back up against the wall, his back into the corner. And Jackie Bray's just putting boots all over Devora right now.
Okay, knocked down. What's going to be for breakfast? Oh my goodness.
What side?
I don't even know.
How do you know what side that's on?
Luckily, block button universally stops cross-ups. We weren't just watching Injustice where it can get a little tricky, but if he just held down and blocked, it would have worked. I don't even think Tekken Master knew what was happening. Full auto is about to take a game right now, though. All he needs is one. Oh my goodness, he just got the trip guard with the stand 1.
The perfect trip guard. If you whiff in front of my face, I'm going to punish that with buttons here. It says full auto.
Full auto is playing well. What a down 4, though, from Tekken Master to stop the projectile. And not falling for slam here, but not respecting the +2 there into the stand 4, which I think is 8 frames, 9 frames. Someone in the chat will correct me. I'm usually wrong.
It's okay. Just frame data. It's not important.
Yeah, not important at all. The man was plus. Sometimes you don't press buttons.
I mean, yeah, if you just categorize everything into plus minus, yeah, that's it. Then you're fine. You're good. You're golden.
Oh, heavy staggers here by Tekken Master. Some more plus frames, and full on looking to armor out. Tekken Master making the right read, and this is going to be close to death here.
Yeah, a little bit of a repeat of what happened 2 games ago. Tekken Master fully baiting out that wake up, punishing him with a swarm to the face, and then going over the other side. Again, making sure that your opponent is in the corner is huge in fighting games. Making sure that they don't have too much room to work with, too much real estate to really find themselves, to really find their footing.
What's going to be the guess here? And the same stagger by Tekken Master working out. And before the damage is done, full on, oh my goodness. But what's so crazy about that swarm is it is tracking. It is all knowing.
It is. It is. If you're there, if you're on the ground, you gotta watch out for that puddle.
Woo! Yeah. Devore's little version of the Trident Rush working out right there. And there's a range of Devore coming into play. Against Jackie, who is known to be, you know, have some T-Rex limbs.
Yep, she does.
Her best reaching mid's probably 4-1. But even that outranged by a lot of stuff that Devore's going to do. He's going to get some big damage here. A little bit of a corner push. He could have got aggressive there. but instead, gonna try to lame it out with the health lead. I also respect that. OBS needs some plus frames. There we go. That's gonna be some good damage. Not gonna get the kill, but it's gonna be close. He can chip out. And forward 1-2, and there's no gap there. That is instant death.
Instant death for Tekken Master here as he just crawls into the fetal position on the ground, finding himself in a bad spot. He could walk away from this game without taking the lead here, and you don't want to give Full Auto the momentum because I know he's the kind of player that's strong enough to run away with it.
The only thing I see the difference of is the meter that Tekken Master has, because confidence is everything, and you are never more confident than going to a final round fully loaded.
That's absolutely true.
You have the breaker, you have the meter, do what you want, and look at this damage, another 43%. He's been averaging in the low 40s every touch here in the corner.
Can we talk about that whiff punish and the forcing there of 2 bars for the breaker here? Oh, and Full Auto caught doing something but blocking, possibly jumping away, possibly pressing buttons. I know he didn't have meter for the wake up, and Tekken Master playing it safe all over him, and you know he's taking it 2-1 right now.
The corner game's been really essential for Tekken Master. If I was Full Auto, I would have done a change of scenery. I would try to bet on getting a map that had a couple of corner escapes built in.
That's very, very interesting, and that is a really good point. In this game, stages do matter, not only for the interactables that, you know, aren't unblockable, but also for the escape interactables available in certain corners.
Plus frames there. Ooh, Full Auto shimmy in here. Not paying off though, and to Tekken Master every touch, it's the reversal of the position that's so beautiful to watch. Oh, clean jumping.
Can we talk about that delay wake up, being able to kind of anticipate that low rocket and, you know, catching Jackie off guard? So textbook here by Tekken Master.
Oh my, Shao Kahn's hammer a little too slow, getting Das Boost from Devora. Oh, coming to slide it into Full Auto's DMs. This man wasn't ready. He did not have ad block on. Jesus, this man came in swinging.
He was not ready for Quan Chi's fetus there. Looking for something here, looking for the down. Good blocks here by Tekken Master, being very patient, looking for his opening, swarm to the face, and dashing forward just to make sure, ensure that you're in the corner. Now this is going to be the dirty stuff that you were talking about before, Aquaman.
And
the delay wake up.
But you still have to hold the pressure afterwards every single time, unless you armor. But Tekken Master's been scouting it, so you have to make the read here. All right. Beautiful use of recognizing that the down one hit, you can use that advantage to take your turn, Tekken Master, writing the book on MK. Just going for damage rather than the setup. Oh my goodness, those mids have been trouble as Tekken Master.
The brutal, the stinger right through the face, just penetrating through that skull. I missed them. That was just a little taste. I hope we get more brutals as we go deeper into this top 24. And coming up next, we have Killer Zinok.
Going against Flair. Flair is actually a name I'm not too familiar with here in Mortal Kombat X, and I thought I knew almost everyone. And after that, we're going into the losers side where we've got from Australia, Aussie, oi, oi, oi.
The Australians are rolling deep here at Combo Breaker, not just for, you know, MKX, but Injustice, MK9. These guys really came out in numbers, and I'm so excited to see how the rest of this event unfolds. But this is MKX. We're going to focus on this. And, you know,
someone very familiar to you and I is actually Waznader's opponent here. Who he shortened it to Waz, but that was what he was known by.
Yeah, okay.
KP is his opponent.
Yes, wow. Okay, I can, Waz going up against KP. KP being that person who's just kind of, you know, the man of many hats, coordinator, bracket runner, timekeeper, commentator, of course.
Very heavy on the timekeeper part. He's very conscious of the Speed Force.
Yeah. He is. He understands. You can't break those 30-second rules. But Killer Zinok, you know, he's been
Brazil.
Yes, Brazil. So because where he's located, you know, not as present to many events, but, you know, considering that, he really did dedicate a lot of his time to the MKX circuit and a lot of time to actually making it out to as many events as he possibly could. And every time I see this man play, I'm just more and more impressed. But Killer Zinok's got a big question mark, or at least a question mark for us, of who his opponent is, and that is Flair.
Yeah, and Killer Zinok, every time I see him play, I'm just amazed. Because like you said, and same with Tekken Master, it's the resources that they have and how they're able to take, you know,
bring them to the max.
Okay, I'm going to be the one to say it, ladies and gentlemen.
Say it. Let's go. I want to hear it.
It's something that we here in the States take for granted.
The offline community.
Having an offline community and having, you know, that way to get experience very fast. Even the online for these guys is hard.
Yes.
In the online
because
here,
where they're located.
In the online here is better because there's people that are in your region very close. Everywhere that you are in the United States, pretty much. A couple of people excluded from that are out there.
Sure, in, definitely.
Weird parts. I don't know who's by Buffalo. I don't think there's a soul by Buffalo where he is. But a guy that trains online with all these guys in North America and does really well. But yeah, so these guys are able to with these tiny scenes and even with Tekken Master, it's like just a couple guys able to put in the work to be a top player in this community.
I mean, you know, like we said before, it's about extending those resources and just maxing them out, you know, understanding what you have, what you have access to, and just making sure you really understand. And to some people, they only have access to training room and somebody else to do something on, you know, just to help you out in certain situations. But luckily, you know, NRS does provide a phenomenal training room where you can set the dummy to record. You can do so many different things, play out all these scenarios, all these situations that you see, especially now that we live in an era with, you know, with the internet. You know, Tekken Master, players like Killer Zinok, they can look and see, all right, what am I most likely going to run into? What kind of setups are my opponent going to do? And how do I get around those setups? How do they get around this setup, and how do I get around that? And it's all about just, you know, being 100 moves ahead of your opponent.
All right, so Flair was actually in pool, let's see. He was in pool D3. He took out Alcatraz and Star Charger to get here.
Those are some heavy names, man. Those are some heavy names, so I'm sure Flair deserves to be here. Kovardov, Sonya Blade.
I mean, looking
a little soft right now.
Okay.
Looking a little soft.
Okay, so Flexaline Tremor over here is one of the most relentless offensive characters in this game. If you want to feel like you can't breathe, wait until he knocks you down, flexes up, and you're holding that pressure because it is so. You can get run over so fast.
You can get run over. When he flexes, he does get that hit of armor. And that hit of armor, he will purposely give up just to get a punish on you if you think about getting a little too frisky about his offense and what you think about it. Oh, tripping him up here with the low. Killer Zinok running away with it. And, you know, I didn't really see much of a match there. You know, Flair, again, maybe not used to the attention, maybe not used to the scenario. But that match went to Killer Zinok.
And Killer Zinok, his path here, he has a win over Okies to get here. Damaja as well. Those guys are really good. Unfortunately, Silvereye was in that bracket, but was DQ'd on the winner's side. So, so he actually DQ'd out. So Silvereye actually did play here. Musser was in this pool as well. These guys doing really good. So Killer Zinok, again, over Damaja, Okies to get here. And looking really good so far here against Flair. And this is, he was known for Johnny early on. Really strong Johnny player, and then late in the game made this switch and showed up, I forgot at what event, I think it was KIT, showed up with this character Flexaline Tremor and just started mopping like crazy.
Oh yes, absolutely. All right, here we go. Mixing it up here, not going with Mama Cage. And unfortunately, we have hot mics here in the back of the production. Okay, great. We're fixing it. Okay. And, you know, switching it up.
I did that whole thing while that was happening?
I don't know how you did that.
Respect.
With that. Yeah, that's why I gave you a little applause. And here we go. The unavoidable stuff there. The OTG off the ground, continuing the combo with that guaranteed damage here.
Oh.
And this pick to Cassie Cage, not really doing too many things for Flair here.
Killer Zinok, ooh, didn't cancel, just held it. Maybe trying to bait Flair into pressing the button by holding it a couple of frames here. Ooh, and Flair's got the execution, the instant air guns.
Instant air guns, very powerful. The lower you do him to the ground, the faster Cassie is to be able to move. So, you know, it just kind of gives her more options. It gives her a head start, so to speak.
Okay, Flair's first keeping up this round. Good back and forth, no commitment though on the crossover. And Cassie Cage, that string right there, one of the most easiest strings to hit confirm into the cartwheel, get yourself a BMB, but Flair not about it there on the crossover attempt. Oh, getting swept off of his feet literally, trying to get grounded into some plus frames there. He's got a hold. More plus frames, and Zinok actually could have committed and got the kill, but this is still going to spell disaster. I'm going to get any kind of brutality. He's got like 14 of them, turning you to stone.
Just turning you to stone, watching you crumble here. I think this was an okay pick for Flair. You know, he started finding his groove. He started getting, you know, a little bit of damage on the board.
Zinok's having a good time. You see that? Cowabunga, dude.
I mean, who doesn't like to have a good time when they're just running away with a set right before their opponent's eyes as they just helplessly go back to the character select screen, looking for any kind of option here, and looks like we're going to Jax. Tell us a little bit about Jax. What do you love about this character?
I actually didn't get to see what variation he picked. I'm going to assume post-patch. I hope he went Pumped Up. Pumped Up was really fun after the patch. But of course, there's Wrestler, which is universally used. He did go Wrestler here, so a lot of tick throws.
Yes.
He's got really good crouching normals. With down 1-2, he's able to kind of inch his way to his opponent. The buttons are fantastic. What they took away was his ability to make the armored reads that everyone else did. But right there, has huge damage. Where Jax excels, in the corner.
Yes.
When he is in the corner, he becomes an absolute monster.
Yes, he hits you like a tank, continues the momentum, and really just makes you wish you weren't in this corner, makes you wish you had the meter to wake up and hope, and hopefully Jax isn't all over it and ready to bait it out.
Ooh, could have got a punish there in the overhead. Well, he could have got a punish. He could have knocked him off the armor. That's what the armor's all about. That's why you flex up with this man.
Oh, looking for the grab here. Unfortunately, the armor was active, not able to command grab Tremor after he flexes. That armor just does so many things. It literally changes the matchup right before your eyes. On switch, off switch, on switch, off switch. And Tremor running away with this killer Zinok. Completely content with this. He is fine. He is not worried about this. Hold on, going over to the other side, keeping him safe, keeping him out of combos.
Oh my goodness.
He went for it.
And of course, against Jax at a certain range, the only thing he can do is dash punch, and he's only throwing out those down ones to get commitments. That's going to shut that down real quick. And Killer Zinok took this match with the swiftness. That was a beautiful display of Mortal Kombat X.
That was a 3-0 in Killer Zinok's favor. And, you know, I believe this was the winner side, so that's going to be the last we're going to see of Flair. Hopefully we're going to see him tearing it up in the loser's bracket. This is a double elimination tournament, which is pretty much the standard here in the fighting game community. And coming up to the stage, as we mentioned before, Katana Prime going up against Waz.
Waz, who's actually been a little bit of a crowd favorite. Everyone talking to him. He's a really nice guy.
Yes.
First time meeting him, representing the Australian scene, which is a really big scene, very active in the community. They love watching all the events. Every time I'm in an NRS chat, Aussies are in there popping off, and they're watching it some unholy hour in the morning.
How? It's like 5 in the morning over there when we're streaming.
So you got to respect the hustle of the Australian scene, and I can't wait to see what Waz is all about. I think that he mains Devora in this game. I'm about 5% sure.
Okay, 5%. That's not that much, but it's okay. We're going to see soon enough. Katana Prime.
I've got Pokemon on lower odds.
Okay. Pokemon on lower odds. And Katana Prime, you know, not one of those players that falls victim to, you know, naming themselves after something and not picking the character.
He is a Katana lord. That is his bae.
That is his bae, his one and only, his true love.
Unless we're in Injustice, then it's Harley Quinn.
It's Harley Quinn. That's Harley's a side piece. It's
and
okay.
You know, there are a couple times where I watch KP, and you know, there's the hard counter to his main, but he sticks it out. He's the guy that sticks it out. But that's also why I respect KP so much.
Yeah, but you know, he is the character loyalist, but he does not stick to just one variation. Again, that was the beautiful thing about MKX, the fact that these variations gave you so many different options to work with. One variation could be very aggressive, another one a little bit lamer, more defensive options, and you know, you just had so much to choose from all in one character. And it looks like your 5% odds were right here. Waz going with Swarm Queen Devora, as we just saw her wrecking some stuff earlier here in the hands of Tekken Master. That down two.
It goes so high to the sky. The Elder Gods see it.
I don't know how.
All right, so KP on his path here, he actually 3-1'd Irish Mantis in order to get to this match. And Waz defeated Get Wrecked 3-0. in order to get here.
3-0, that is a statement here. Hold on. KP finding himself in a bad spot here. He jumps out of there. Hold on, the punish. This one's gonna hurt the fans to the chest. No, he drops it. Looking for the parry.
And KP in the actual pool play, he double eliminated Unbearable Skill to get here, and I played against him, no slouch. KP's playing good today.
KP's on fire. Sometimes you just, when you're hot, and you know, you can't stop. You gotta just keep going.
All right, we go into the corner. We go. There's the board pressure. There are some times where, you know, your character's so aggressive that you can just commit to a string, but there are times where if you just go for a stagger and do the first button and you get those kind of anti-air, you can get some massive conversions off it. But you know, it's always trying to keep your opponent guessing if you're going to stagger or not. But it's something that's really good to throw out. It's just a single button. I hate to say that, but you can catch a lot of anti-airs with single buttons in this game and get huge combos, guys.
Yes, yeah, you can.
And that's the mark of a top player. If they can convert off of those, whoop.
It's all about converting in those very strange situations, and that all really comes down to experience. Experiencing those strange situations and understanding how to recognize them and then how to execute the rest of the combo.
Oh, and there you go, looking to stagger there, and if KP would have jumped, might have caught a full combo. These guys are fully loaded, by the way. There's 6 parts a meter on the screen right now.
Oh, I was about to say, KP, always the character, always the player to go for the X-ray whenever he does have it.
That's unblockable,
it's so
by
fast.
the way.
It's so fast.
It's actually unblockable for
No,
you guys
it's not.
at home.
Stop.
Hey, when does it not hit?
Stop.
Never.
Stop.
That is the definition
Stop
of an unblockable.
spreading misinformation.
If it hits 100% of the time.
Okay, so it's only unblockable when KP does it.
Every Katana player. I've gone through the footage. I've seen the archives. I've been there. I've done that. I haven't blocked it. And who there at home has blocked it? Chat. So someone's gonna say they blocked it. I'm gonna call them a liar.
Let's go back. Let's go back. It's not. Katana usually doesn't have too much to start off in terms of overhead, so that's why everyone's never really looking for it. Hold on, the swarm all over Katana Prime as he just jumps back and jumps right into that stinger. The down two, the parry.
She can hold it.
The stabs to the back, the blue blood all over these fans, all over these assassin knives.
And that was all unbreakable too. That was just glorious use of mechanics right there by KP to get the kill.
And I did like KP's attempt there to go for the throw reset, but unfortunately for him, Waz was ready, so you know, not that easy, and I feel like that's going to be something that KP needs to kind of take a mental note of. Waz is very aware of throw situations, very aware of when to tech and how to tech.
Oh!
Hits him with the overhead. Katana's only starting overhead here.
Good counter poke here by Waz. He's going to use that to try to generate some pressure. Tried to stagger. Definitely could have just... well, against Assassin, you have to be wary of Assassin Strike, which actually reversed the position. So he actually didn't want to put a gap there. That was pretty smart by Waz. I see what you did there.
We see it, Waz. We see it, we recognize it, and we respect it. Here as Waz is trying to close the gap between himself and KP, trying to make any kind of use of these 2 bars that he's holding on to. But because of KP's aggressive play, he's able to build a bar of his own, whiffs the throw, doesn't get any kind of punish, but he does bait out the assassin, the parry.
Big drop, it doesn't get the punish, KP. Ooh, the lows.
Waz's life bar is blinking. That means he is 1 throw away from losing. KP just needs to find that situation. The down 2, both players just 1 throw away.
There we go.
He didn't punish it correctly. And the stingers.
So when KP's sitting there just holding the parry, it's about all you can do is to throw it down for it and then use the hit stun to mix. Because he can hold that thing for an eternity. If you think he's going to let go and you just get hit, that's a great mind game that KP likes to play with that parry.
Yeah, that's a great mind game he wants to play in this variation. Again, a very variation-specific technique here.
Yep. And it's very good to use, especially with strings that are minus naturally and cancelable. You cancel into that parry, and they think it's their turn. Press the button, get bodied. All right. Get the throw. Waz here, though, looking good. Could get on the board. Oh, trying to wake up parry to KP, get blown up by the down forward.
Looking for the shoulder here. Chucking the fans. KP's trying to make sure it connects here.
Whoa.
Oh, this is very unusual MKX play. You really rarely see it take a step back.
Waz just went for the RKO, the run up down 2. KP's got a lot of bar though. He can mount this comeback. No.
And drops the fan lift here. KP looking to solidify this lead with a 2-0.
I mean, one fan and this could be over. Oh my goodness. On command, I don't know if he has the damage. Does have the bar if he hits the EX Assassin Strike. Jeez, this adds on a lot of damage. Oh no, chip. 1 second left and KP got the health thing on the staff. Are you kidding me?
That was all time. That was KP dancing around it, completely aware. Not only do you have to be aware of the life bars, aware of the meter, you also have to be aware of the time in this game in certain matchups.
Whoa! That was a max distance snipe from KP. Just knew he was going for something. At that range, before he can do multiple things, the overhead, and of course the forward one, the shoulder from Hades right there.
And what a punish here. This one's gonna hurt, trying to build a little bit more meter anywhere he can, and KP forced to utilize all his resources and use that breaker to stop the combo.
That may be one of the first times I've seen KP use the sharpen as well, which makes her do more damage. Punish on the whiff down two. What a tech on that throw. So, Waz was plus, and KP just making the read, maybe. But there are times when you tech it, when you actually just like mash down one, right?
Oh yeah.
All the time.
But you don't talk about those times.
Yeah.
I saw that. I tech that.
It doesn't touch those.
I tech that. I saw that.
Woo!
Who are you trying to throw?
That was a crisp cancel right there by Waz.
It was.
And he is now got a little bit going for him here. Up around.
Yeah, not the easiest thing to do in this game are those run cancels. You really got to buffer them in as the move that you're canceling is still active. Yeah,
they made him tighter. He may have missed one there. I don't think he had the stamina. It looked like he was recharging.
Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse.
I love the actual stamina bar in this game and how it's used in so many different ways, and it's always something you have to keep on the back of your mind. Layers, man.
Layers, yeah, no, I love that it limits your back dashes in this game. If you guys pay attention to the stamina bar at the top, that shows you when your opponent has access to a back dash or even just the ability to kind of run at you.
And how great is the mechanic where it blows you up? If you're overly aggressive and you just run in at your opponent and you get absolutely bodied into a full combo, you are holding that combo. You can't even break.
Yes, breaker does require you to have a full stamina bar. So if you run in and get comboed,
woo!
Ooh.
That was the damage, by the way.
Look, those two games that KP won were the longest MKX games I've ever seen. And then Waz takes the first thing, gets on the board finally, and it was so fast, we almost missed it.
Ooh, what a whip punish on the down two, KP. Playing some footsies.
He is playing some footsies, understanding where his moves are going to stop, where his opponent's moves are going to stop, and how to outspace around it.
Ooh, gets the sharpen out, and it is active. You can see by the glowing eyes.
But it's okay. It's going to be going away because this combo does take forever, especially when Deborah's in the corner here. So much damage, 44% hit with the overhead. The dirty stuff. Waz is trying to run away with this again, trying to tie this up faster than anyone has tied up anything in their life.
Going for the lows. Excellent block by KP. Trying to stagger himself, and that's the beauty of a quick down two is you can just throw a couple down ones, and it's so easy to see someone jump over you. Hit that down two button, baby.
Just hit it. It's a great anti-air universal uppercut. We're going all the way back to MK1.
Okay, some great damage. Drop the combo. I don't know where that second NJP came from this man.
Oh, techs the throw here. I'm going to throw the tech. Techs the throw here. Gets his hands off of him.
Oh, gets him with the secret sweep there by KP for Katana.
Oh, this is going to do so much damage. KP forcing the break here, losing all his stamina, but also losing the stamina of his opponent.
All right, into the corner we go. Okay, actually, I thought we were in the corner. That's kind of how the corner looks. My bad, guys. I'm getting old.
So it does look like a corner. It does look like it's the end of the stage here. And KP trying to derail this Waz momentum here.
1-1. It does have the Vine King. Oh my goodness.
This one's gonna hurt. Is KP gonna use his breaker? Not before Waz pushes him a little bit closer to the corner, ever so slightly. Oh, looking for the down two, and what a punish here by KP, but he drops the combo.
And a crisp cancel is gonna get Waz some really good damage and a nice corner push from his own. Oh, he does get there. Oh my goodness, I got buried. KP, stop it.
Oh, looking for the throw here. Waz ready to, with his finger on the trigger here, ready to apply the momentum after the down one.
That does so much damage. It scales beautifully. And oh my goodness.
What was he going to do? What was he going to do? Tell me what he was going to do.
Wake up, Perry. Be a savage. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the time. Oh, my goodness.
That was quick. KP was starting to get a hold of the matchup, starting to get a hold of what Waz was really understanding. Unfortunately, wasn't able to, clutch it out. But hold on, this is a final game, Game 5. This is gonna be the end here.
This is Mortal Kombat. Sharpening it up and has the position. KP looking good, but gets clipped.
I mean, I'm seeing this. I feel like what Waz is recognizing is that once everything's sharpened up, once Katana's eyes go red, you know he's going to be looking for the hit. You know right there in that moment he wants to get aggressive, so it's a little bit easier to kind of understand what your opponent's tendencies are going to be.
Exactly. Plus frames off the bugs as well.
Ooh. Oh, looking for that down.
Excellent defense from both these guys. With patience, just waiting their turns.
Going to the other side, KP just giving him a chance.
Oh my gosh!
The X-ray so fast, and this is so brutal, just going right through the skull. Little chiropractic adjustment here by Devora as Waz is just 1 round away.
You guys don't see it from that angle, but she's got stilettos on. She's going right into the spine. Oh!
No one's gonna like that. KP's not gonna feel good in the morning, but right now he's gotta close this out. He's got 2 rounds to win in front of him, or Waz is gonna run away with this reverse 3-0.
Winner of this is gonna go on to meet Flair. 4 top 8. That match would be 4 top 8 here on the loser side. What a little conversion here. Waz looking so good. Are we gonna see a reverse 3-0 this late in the bracket?
It's possible. Well, hold on. KP putting him in the corner. This is where he wants to be, but he doesn't. He lets him out. Waz trying to run away with this. He doesn't have the meter, but he can at least drain KP's resources here.
Man.
Oh, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for the unclashable stuff, not doing any combos. I'm sorry, unclashable, unbreakable stuff. Watching too much injustice.
That is gonna be Chip Waz taking it in a reverse 3-0. And it's crazy how he got more confident and played his game the longer that match went on. That was sensational.
Yeah, and I think what it was is that it takes, all those games, if you look back at every single one of those games, the games where the pace just kind of slowed down definitely went in favor of Katana. She was able to, understand where to throw the fans, and KP was comfortable there. But playing like that, especially in a game like MKX, is just mentally draining on you. So, KP was just 1 game away, and a few times he was just 1 round away from closing it out, and it just dwells on you.
It does, and it can get away from you every single time. So, if you guys don't know, I'm going to update you. The winner's side of top 8 for Mortal Kombat is set. Rewind versus Scar, and Tekken Master versus Killer Zenok. So, you got 2 internationals and 2
American boys.
Representatives of America, and they have to face each other. So, no matter what, we will have international versus USA in winners finals. And on the loser side, Cusco. Looks like he has already made top 8 on the loser side with a 3-1 victory over Gun Show and Happy Pal. Oh, so sorry, Gun Show beat Happy Pal. The Gun Show fell to Cusco. We've got right here Tweedy versus Af0xyGrampa. Foxy beating Redo Reactions, who made it really far. Shout outs to him. They're right before this match. And we've also got Full Auto versus Damaja, which is going to be an excellent match as well. I believe he is an Ermac main. I'm about 5% sure on that as well. I was right last time I said 5%.
You were, and I think every time you, I know is
Molina.
Every time you say 5%, you're right.
It's either Ermac or Molina. I'm
both.
pretty sure I have 2 people mixed up right now.
It's okay. But right now, the game at hand is Tweedy versus Af0xyGrampa. Now, Af0xyGrampa was in that bracket with Cusco, and I'm trying to remember, that was a little bit of an upset. Af0xyGrampa not coming out of that pool in winners, and I know he was really upset about it, but here he is, running through losers bracket, and right now he's got to get past Tweedy, this pesky bird.
Tweedy the bird, ladies and gentlemen.
Tweedy the bird, the most savage of all birds, the most savage of all NRS players. If you look at his Twitter account, this man doesn't respect anyone, doesn't care about anything. He will tell you his opinion, and his opinion is that he's the best. But right now, Af0xyGrampa's trying to change that 1 side stab at a time.
So one weapon that you want against Possessed Kenshi is a great anti-air, and Melina is the queen. Roll-on reaction, everything. She has fantastic footsie tools, very big reach. On I believe it's the forward one too, might be back one too. I never tried to touch Melina for obvious reasons.
Who would?
Exactly, but Af0xyGrampa doing it. one of the best in the scene with this character. Both him and Samij near the end, looking so good. And there it is, on command.
Right there.
The roll, anti-air on the teleport. And Tweedy's running into a couple of matchups that may give him trouble here. But if he wants to make top 8, he's going to have to overcome one here with Tweedy. And we saw, you know, Tweedy versus Samij so much before online. But this is really a big test offline and against someone who has different tendencies and a different variation than what Tweedy's used to seeing from, say, a Samij, who was ethereal, teleport all over the place, and play shenanigans, you know, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely a different style, and again, that this goes back to like what each player can really bring to a specific character. Oh, in the armor, enough hits to go through it here. And MKXL with a conversion into X-Ray. Look at this beautiful animation. The size right through the skull and just taking a nice chunk out of there and just ending it with the most brutal way. Size right through the
blind,
eye.
Melina. Don't go for the eyes. He's already blind. It's not very effective.
He's not going to miss those eyes.
That's like trying to water gun Blastoise. It's not going to work out. I've got too many Pokemon references today. I got to move on from that.
I think we need 2 more. We need 2 more. The anti-air as a teleport here. I'm sorry, the teleport as an anti-air as MKXL finds his momentum because, you know, right there, Tweedy with, you know, with pretty much a reversal here, looking for something else.
There we go.
You know, I think at a certain point, MKXL said, you know what, I'm not going to force a breaker from him. I have my 3 bars. Let me focus on the next round, and I'm going to find my position. I'm going to find my momentum. I'm going to find my groove. Oh, getting hit there by the overhead, and then getting hit with a low. Here we go, MKXL adapting the situation, eating the knees right to the face. When are we going to see that anti-air roll here by MKXL? Running up, and the respect from Tweedy. That was a good 2 or 3 strides as we just did nothing in front of Melina's face.
Getting aggressive on the wake up of Foxy too. That was really smart from Tweedy. Changing things up. Oh, gets run up thrown though.
MKXL has had 3 bars this entire round. Here we go, forcing the breaker, slowing down the pace, or eliminating the stamina for both players.
Ooh, wake up rolled savagely by Foxy. Very unsafe, but
Tweedy really making a comeback, and MKXL adapting to the adaptation here as we find ourselves in game 5. This one's a nail biter.
Oh my goodness, and when he needs it the most, the mix working out in his favor. Gets the low, into the corner we go, and not respecting the wake up. I like this by Tweedy, and the quick mix. He actually started out as a Kotal player. He does the same exact thing with Possessed that he did with Kotal back in the day. Down 1 mix. He used to do it with a paddle, now he's doing it with Deakins.
Down 1 mix, very effective method here. Oh, understanding where he was at all times. Doesn't matter if you're staying on the ground, doesn't matter if you're teleporting. I'm gonna hit you out of the air and I'm gonna convert. And MKXL's got this huge meter lead here. He's got 2 bars to work with. And what's Kenshi gonna do it on the down 2? Being the aggressor.
Oh, okay.
Tweedy is all out of meter here. Is he gonna let MKXL get away with this?
Foxy does have the bar and the health lead. Just gonna try to sit back. Don't get aggressive there. I had expected him to sit back and try to let Tweedy hang himself, but the aggression pays off here.
And can we talk about how they're perfectly even on meter going into this final round in the final game in the neutral jump punch, or I guess the teleported to neutral jump punch.
And even though NRS took out armored launchers, Kenshi technically has one of the few left remaining in the game. The EX teleport is armored. If he gets the hit, it's a launcher.
It launches. As long as you do the hit the right way, it's going to lead into a lot of damage here. And MKXL trying to run away with this life lead. But, I mean, you know, does Kenshi want to stay back?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
What a whip punish.
He had to do it. He had to do it. What other option was there? Foxy's breaker is in play.
And Tweedy, I mean,
he's not going to give him the chance, and there it is!
The EX low side is going to take it. 3-2. MKXL is going to move on to top 8 here. Mortal Kombat X at Combo Breaker.
Those low sides are just so tough.
Oh,
those low sides are so
goodness.
tough, just stabbing right into those toes. And
he's so good at knowing when to break that out. It's something that's way high up the sleeve.
Yeah.
That he likes to break out the way he'll even wake up with it. And what's great about Melina is even in a situation where it can't kill because it doesn't do a lot of damage, even though in that situation it did, it gives her a lot of hits done for her to simply follow it up and chip out. And so good by Foxy there.
And when you have a projectile that hits low or even a projectile that hits overhead, the success rate is going to be so much higher than just a regular mid-hitting projectile that you could block standing or crouching. And Foxy ready to recognize, ready to see when it hits and how he can continue that momentum
and
here.
Really good composure because he was down 2-1 in that set. So for him to make that comeback, because Tweedy, if you're staring down Tweedy in that match, I would be absolutely frightened. Just knowing, what he has to bring to the table. And he's done an amazing job so far. As we're going to move down to full auto going up against Damasha.
Now full auto again. Most likely going to be committing to Jackie's full auto variation.
I'm pretty sure Damasha is also a Melina player. Melina is my final answer, Regis.
Final answer?
Yep.
Do you want to phone a friend first?
No.
Okay. Final answer, Melina for $1 million.
And Damasha to get here, 3-0 over Forever King and Losers.
That's a statement.
And then 3-1 over Cam is Black. To get here.
Yeah, Cam is Black is the one that actually knocked MKXL into Losers in that, and that was the big upset in that pool that I was trying to remember. Cam is Black.
Oh, he was playing so well.
Yeah, going in super confident. Foxy, who I don't even know who this guy is. This guy's going to be looking at the Losers bracket as I make it out up on the other side. But MKXL now, I believe that was solidifying his spot in top 8.
Yep.
And
congratulations.
Yeah, made it over to the other side. In for the big show. And again, final answer, Mr. Aquaman. Again, even when he is only 5% confident, it always wins. So every time you're 5% confident, it's going to win. Melina going up against Jackie Briggs.
Listen, there's a famous saying, 5% of the time, it works every time.
That's a saying. That's definitely a saying. Someone out there has said that, and if they haven't, you said it right now.
All right, this looks like a button check.
No.
You can never tell with these NRS players.
These NRS players love their combo checks. He's trying to no, these are definitely button checks. Button/combo checks. I mean, at least we don't call them hand winners.
Yep.
At least we can live with that fact. Here we go, shaking the hands. And as we're going into it, this is a 3 out of 5, best of 3 rounds in each game. Here and just meeting him there with the size. Starting off such a great spot. I shook your hand and then I continue to outspace you.
Oh my. What a start and statement already. Damasha is playing a character who's very annoying for Jackie Briggs. One of the best, if not the best, anti-zoner in the game.
I mean, when you have a teleport that just can always go in at any moment, you really, really always just kind of hover that idea over your zoning opponent.
And you know what's great about Piercing Melina? I didn't talk about it. I wanted to talk about when Foxy was on the screen.
Sure, talk about it now.
Piercing Melina always has 3 bars of meter because she doesn't require any to do the damage and get the setups.
That's a good point, yeah. She kind of just cashes in on them. Whatever she's like, oh, I'm not building any meter because I've got full meter. Let me just do double low size.
And then with those 3 bars here in the second round, if Damasha gets full auto, halfway dead, and X-Ray will kill off of any touch.
Yeah, no, it's scary. A lot of damage there from the X-Rays. Unbreakable damage.
Oh, nice little stagger there by full auto. Drops the baby though. Oh no.
I like that full auto was still able to get the punish there. Recognized that he wouldn't get a full combo, but again, still able to just kind of force Melina to get hit by those gunshots.
I like full auto using the interactables and trying to throw a lot of mind games. Oh my God, got a trade with Roll. How mid was that forward one to actually not get low profiled by Roll? What year are we in?
That Roll
We're in the future.
Yep.
We're in the future where Roll doesn't low profile.
The game has evolved, okay? It has evolved past it.
Welcome to Mortal Kombat 24.
The game evolves on its own. Oh, chucking the lob right in Melina's face.
And I'd never seen someone finish that string. I would have got hit by that too.
You just expect him to stop, and then you're like, okay, it's my turn to press buttons, right? No, here comes the end of the string.
Woo!
Rolling over to the other side, and again, just meeting her with gunshots. Oh,
here we
hit
go.
with the overhead. You shouldn't be blocking the roll low anyway, and it's not a low. Always look out for that overhead. Not going to be quite enough, but this is going to be very close here.
Ooh.
The teleport, what could she have done? hindsight in that situation, very tough.
The knockdown was perfect to meaty that. If there was any space on the screen to wake up rocket, but who in their right mind would wake up rocket, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, because it is a death sentence if you're not in the air.
All right, F0xyGrampa does have great positioning right now. They're to the corner, but that low side is problematic for those machine guns.
And you know, right now I can see that Damage is a very, or I'm sorry, Damaja is a very aggressive Molina, ready to roll on wake up, even with no armor, just ready to cash in and do that damage just because of a hit.
F0xyGrampa, I also got to give you some credit right now, F0xyGrampa. The fact that you interrupted that EX side, he was about to eat some plus frames, he was about to die in that corner, and he found his way out, and he is in a middle of a, this is a scrap.
Yeah, no, this definitely is.
That was like a beautiful little hiccup from there by Damaja as well. Get some hits done, maybe a low side, maybe a teleport, just a regular straight side. So hold this, bro.
Regular straight side, you know, that's the beauty of leaving someone in a standing position. You limit their options, you take away the wake up option, and you kind of almost force them to block so many different things.
And so here at full screen, F0xyGrampa has to make a read. Every single projectile he does could get countered by Molina.
Easily with the teleport, or even just a roll.
But right now, F0xyGrampa does not care about those options. Oh my goodness. And this could spell death. Like I said, any touch into X-ray.
Exactly like you said. Oh, that is absolutely disgusting. The size right through the eye sockets of Jackie Bricks. How is she seeing right now?
Throw in the towel. The man had a family.
That's right, Jim Ross.
Oh,
he stopped it. He's got some tech. He's got some tech against that roll. He says, you know what? I know this is the type of player you are. I know you're trying to get disrespectful and wake up when you don't even have a hit of armor.
Are we playing a different game right now?
I think F0xyGrampa is playing in a league all of his own here.
Woo! Lighting the brazier right there and gonna get the chip out. F0xyGrampa calling in the army of Rohan for the assist. You see that?
I did see that.
Woo! Lighting the beacons.
Textbook here by F0xyGrampa, adapting to the situation and you know, just kind of countering that aggressive play. And again, it's you know, when this is the kind of character that you play, you know, a zoning heavy character, even if it's MKX, you still need to be ready on how to deal with those aggressive type players. You need to understand how to counter them, how to stop someone who just keeps disrespecting everything that you want to throw their way. And, you know, I think F0xyGrampa is doing a great job of it. Took a game to adapt to it, took a game for him to figure it out, to learn it, but right now I see F0xyGrampa in complete control.
Yep.
Whoa, hold on, as soon as I say that, it eats a roll right to the shins. And Damage leaving F0xyGrampa in a standing position right here in the corner.
And it's so plus.
That's gonna be a lot of damage. One throw away, is he gonna sneak it in there? No, he's just gonna go for the chip damage. And then the connection here with the gunshots. F0xyGrampa looking to run away with this game.
He's riding that wave of momentum. Cowabunga, dude. He's in the driver's seat, looking comfortable. I like that he's okiing every single time with forward one. Said, bro, I've been out rolled twice. Get that out of here.
Yeah, keep doing it. I dare you. I dare you to keep doing it.
Oh, beautiful down three to stop that pound in this place.
Oh, going over the low side, and this one's gonna hurt. Forces him to use the breaker. That's a lot of resources.
F0xyGrampa trying to make top 8 here, a combo breaker. A man who's had very mixed results, but he'll surprise you. He'll arc it in nowhere with a top 8. Very excellent player, and Damaja trying to, this is one of his few times actually appearing offline. I've really got to see him doing well as well. Meters even, health pretty close.
Yeah, this is a very close game. This one is a nail biter here.
Oh no.
Trying to close out the gap here. Changing the trajectory on the jump.
And that was worth every bit of meter to keep yourself alive here for Damaja. 1-1, a round apiece. We got ourselves a great match.
Oh, the roll, the anti-air, such a great way to just lower your hurt box and just get under the skin of your opponent, making sure that they get hurt for trying to jump.
And that's a couple of times that we've seen throws accidentally meter burn.
Yes, definitely not on purpose. It's kind of like a reset where your opponent's just left restanding in front of you. Not what he wanted at all, but he's not letting him affect it at all. He wasted a bar for absolutely no reason.
Oh my goodness, the anti-airs right now, Damaja, and the legs taken off a full auto. What a comeback there by Damaja. All the anti-airs, so sexy, so smooth.
Just eliminating the shins, just clean off of Jackie Briggs. What a brutality.
And now has the lead 2-1. A game away from a top 8 here at Combo Breaker. Even though Mortal Kombat's not played a lot, there are guys that still love to play it. It's very active. And like I said, the netcode is amazing. The graphics, still.
Definitely still hold up to this day. Yeah, absolutely. And it, it's just a completely different game. You really can't substitute it with anything else. Just such a unique product.
It's Mortal Kombat.
It is.
All right, that was convincing here for Damaja, trying to close it out now a round away. And we're about to have 6 bars of meter on the screen, which is just ludicrous here in Mortal Kombat. But both of these characters don't require it to do damage.
No, they don't, but hold on, they do need it to break combos, to stop the momentum of their opponent is gathering here. And, OD looks a little shook right now, honestly. Getting hit by size that he probably should be blocking, size that he can be avoiding, and, just not getting control of the matchup.
And if you're Damaja right now, I mean,
run away with it.
You're building bar. You're about to have an X-ray that can kill.
This is not looking good for full auto. A very grim situation here.
Came off it.
Blocks the low side. X-ray no longer a factor here, but a regular combo just enough to do it. Are we going to see anything else? A fatal, please? Nothing? No!
Damaja taking it 3-1, and that's going to end full auto's run here in Mortal Kombat. He's going to end with 9th place, which ain't too shabby.
It's not
Showing up, doing his thing. Damaja, a little bit of an arm pump right there. I like it.
He liked it. He was feeling himself.
He's excited.
He's like, I'm here. I came out. I took out all these top players, because there are a lot of players that did enter in this tournament. And, this isn't the end for him. He still has a top 8 to continue to possibly take out some more scalps. And I don't think Damaja is ready to just take home 7th place. I think he wants to get up there, as far up there as he can. But coming up to the stage here.
The last match for top 8 to close us out, to solidify, to cement the Mortal Kombat top 8. We got Waz going up against Flair. Flair on the winner's side. We didn't get to see his potential.
No. That game was a wash. Let's just say it was a wash.
Sinnoh showed up with a game plan executed, and Flair didn't even get to play Mortal Kombat.
No.
Not at all. So I hope that we get to see a little bit more out of him here, because he did have some amazing wins on the winner's side in order to get to the winner's side up top 16 there. But here, going up against someone, both of these guys, we don't have much resumes on.
No. They've kind of been playing, behind the scenes. They've kind of been, doing their thing. Definitely a threat, definitely doing their homework and just growing as players, but not really coming out and making it happen.
And this is, I think, the 3rd character that we've seen out of Flair as well. Used two entirely different characters against Sinnoh on the winner's side. All 3 getting flexed on by Tremor.
And then the 3rd one was Jax. He used wrestled as Jax for the last game, and
Oh, he used 3 different characters on the winner's side.
3 different characters. Yes, he did. It was a little bit of a desperation move, and I think once Sinnoh saw how quickly he went into the character selection, he's like, that's it. I got this guy. He doesn't know what to do. He's desperately looking for answers, but there's a whole new game, a whole new set here, starting it out here with that down normal.
Okay, round 1 start, you lost your only meter, and now they have 2.
It's dirty.
I'm already mentally distraught right now as a player.
It is dirty here. This is gonna hurt a lot. Waz continuing this pressure, continuing the combo. Looking for another stray hit here as, again, Flair finding himself in a spot where he's just holding onto the block button, not really getting his game started. And MKX, you really can't win in a defensive situation. You can't really win in a lot of defensive situations in a lot of different fighting games. You gotta get your hits on the board. You gotta score some points.
Yeah, Flair, like I said, I hope we're starting to see him come alive here. I want to see what he is about, what we did not get to see since it was off stream, to get him to where he is right now, competing for top 8. were in his way. Waz coming in from Australia, representing the internationals here at Combo Breaker. There's a plethora of them. And back to the corner. We're going to go, young man, but gets them off the bar. This is still good for Waz.
Yeah, I think this is great for Waz. Hold on, never mind. Whiffs the down two, and that's going to be Punish City here. And, you know, I love the fact that Flair is recognizing all these puddles put on from Devora, recognizing and jumping over them immediately in order for him to get his turn. Oh, getting hit by the overhead here, tossing him back into the corner. This is going to be a bad spot here for Flair.
We also didn't mention that, oh my goodness.
The stingers right to the face, leaving her dead exactly where she's standing.
What we didn't mention was Waz, in order to get to where he is right now, had to beat Katana Prime 3-2, who's a pretty good with Katana. So coming in with that character, someone that Waz is completely warmed up with, might not have been the best on paper, but it may be what he thought was best in that situation. Now he's going to make a switch to Cassie, and this is going to be a brawl. These are both characters with amazing advancing mids, amazing buttons, pressure, block stun, plus frames, hit stun. Both these characters got it all.
Yeah, I want to say that Cassie might be the one that wants to get in,
especially
we have the Brawler one. The Brawler giving her access to command grabs in this specific variation. So just kind of adding on to that whole mix-up game that Cassie Cage is based around.
And what I like about Brawler Cassie against all the other variations of Cassie is that her combos end in hard knockdowns. And she can tick off of almost everything and tick in different ways. She actually has mix-ups with different command grabs.
Yeah, so the different command grabs leave you in different states, leaving her, you know, a little bit closer, a little bit far away, but always leaving you with a few broken limbs.
Oh. The Waz picking up right where he left off, and oh my goodness, he's gonna get the conversion!
And this is one of the corners that you were mentioning before in other games, Mr. Aquaman, the corners that aren't really corners because they give you the option to escape and jump off the wall.
Woo! Oh no, and again, he hasn't got to play the game.
And he forgot how to play the game.
He hasn't got to play, trying to get some combos. Did not have the if you guys looked up at the stamina bar, didn't have the stamina to get a run-up combo. That was a beautiful whip punish.
And again, they're not having enough stamina to run. You have to have at least half of your stamina bar available for you to attempt a run in this game. So it's not just run whenever you feel like it. You gotta pay attention.
And that was a beautiful tick throw there as well, but Flair gonna eat some damage. It's gonna be dead.
Oh my, okay, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Is it gonna be enough? No, but you really have no options in MKX when you're down to that tiny little amount of health.
The only character that does is if he had Hollywood Cassie, and she's got in actual invisible frames. Invincible, my bad. I get it mixed up all the time. Actual invincible frames on the nut punch, which she can avoid taking damage altogether.
Not only that, but it leaves her in such a great position once it does hit.
I'm going first circle. It's got indivisible frames.
Indivisible frames. There you go. 4th of July is coming up.
Woo!
Memorial Day's even sooner.
Wouldn't it tire by Flair as well with that stand one. And this is 2-0 Waz right now?
Yeah, I believe it is 2-0 Waz. And I think Flair is getting a little bit more comfortable with this Cassie pick because she does have an advancing, forward advancing mid to get past that puddle of Devora. And, you know, I think that's going to be the core thing around this game, shutting down that puddle, making sure that Devora can't start her game whenever she feels like it.
Absolutely. Ooh, beautiful stuff on the approach, too, with that down forward. That's a universal tool with someone with any form of an extended limb on the down forward to stop the run-up pressure. And then take your turn, and they don't have a breaker to back it up if they had initiated it with a run. Woo! This is good corner control. Well, Flair taking his turn when it was. That was so smart.
Oh, hitting the swarm right to the face, building a little bit of beater, and this is going to be enough. Cassie Cage does not want to use that breaker because she knew she had all this health to work with, or absolutely no health to work with afterwards. So, you know, why waste the resources on a round that you're going to lose? Save it for the next one and hopefully clutch it out for the win.
Ooh, a lot of neutral jumps. Both these guys looking to whiff those extended mids. And come down with an NJP, hopefully get a punish. Woo!
Oh, and there goes her elbow, popped over to the other side. Backdashing, again, utilizing that stamina bar. Oh, and what a whiff punish there with the baton right to the face, perfectly spaced. And look at where we are. We're here in the corner. This is going to do a lot of work here for Cassie, but never mind. Waz finding the neutral jump punch, one of the best normals here from Devora. Such range, and again, the combo potential. Oh, the gunshots to the face.
Oh, Waz does not out of this. No, oh my goodness.
He went for the throw, throwing it out of the corner. I don't know if that's going to be a good decision or not. Trying to backdash, but Waz all over it with that shoulder check.
Woo!
Waz
got
looking
him for
for
the down 3 cartwheel. That was actually kind of risky.
Yeah, Waz looking for something there, but didn't have enough stamina in order to do it. You know, you really need to pay attention to it. Oh, hitting the limbs here, tossing it over to the other side. The brawler, Cassie Cage with those command grabs. Again, unique to this variation, and I'm sure it's playing a huge factor in this matchup.
Speaking of huge, the damage that he's putting out right now into the corner.
41%, how does it do so much damage?
That's an excellent day at the office here for any character in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, a little whiff there of the jumping too. That was a cheap shot.
That was a cheap shot.
Checking her down with a down one, trying to, you know, buffer something.
Woo! If you do a conversion off of that, so if you haven't played this in a while, you might forget that you can combo off of that, but I'm glad that Waz did not. And he's just chip away territory. Wait, that was beautiful for him to space that perfectly in the recovery frames of the cartwheel. And Waz is now on match point for top 8, Arma.
Match point. Waz wants to run away with this, but Flair, again, I really admire this guy for the ability to adapt and to actually find something, his footing here with this Cassie Cage pick.
Something else we're going to talk about that just happened to Flair, it just happened again. So the game lets you know if you done messed up, son. If you try to use that stamina bar and you know how to, you hear the most loud and conscious
does not compute. You don't have the stamina to start this run, or you don't have the stamina to apply this breaker and stop your opponent's momentum. So again, gotta pay attention.
I like what Flair just did right there. He ran up outside of down 4 range and wanted Waz to press that down 4 and tried to use that to get it back one of his own, just outspaced a little bit, didn't space it perfectly, but I like the method behind it as Flair is down to his final. Line and did not commit.
He chased down the backdash so perfectly here. Hold on. The command grab, the commando takedown. Leaving her in a standing position.
He went for the win, and that's going to cost him everything as Waz is going to join everyone else in that top 8, and he just fed him to the fishes.
Fed him to the fishes in the most brutal way possible, but you really got to give it to Flair. Again, that could have went his way. The down 2, the uppercut was enough for anything. It was enough for the win. And, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out. It was a good option to go with, but Waz just keeping it completely textbook and, you know, securing it. It was his win.
Absolutely, and that is going to set the top 8 for Mortal Kombat X, which is going to be tomorrow, not tonight. So if you guys want to tune into some more Mortal Kombat X action, top 8 is going to go down tomorrow on the Netherealm channel. But that's pretty much going to be it. If you guys don't know what's coming up next, get ready for what could be the hypest thing that we've seen in years.
We're going back in time even more.
We're going further back in time. We borrowed a little bit of the Flash of Speed Force to go into different worlds here. We're going to Mortal Kombat 9.
Mortal Kombat 9.
We've got some of the OGs of the entire scene going back years and years and years. But that's going to be up next tomorrow. Mortal Kombat XL Top 8, Rewind versus Scar, Tekken Master versus Killer Zenok, Af0xyGrampa going up against Cusco, and Waz versus Damaja. A couple of surprises there at the bottom.
Yeah, definitely a surprise. Definitely names that we, you know, a little bit of both. Names that we're used to seeing there in the top 8s for Mortal Kombat, and names that we're not used to seeing. So again, specific player-to-player matchups that some of these top players might not know. He might not know what the tendencies are of these lesser-known players. So either way, it's going to be a hype top 8. So guys,
I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
I can't wait.
I'm going to be in there. I'm going to go ballistic watching that here at Combo Breaker. But if you guys want to see the schedule for anything, the stream schedule for any game here at Combo Breaker, you guys can go to the Combo Breaker website. It's going to be combobreaker.org. You see the whole schedule, everything. You're going to see all the brackets there on smash.gg. Just got to do it.
Updated quick here at Combo Breaker 2. These guys know what they're doing. And if you guys are, haven't got enough MK Stay tuned because at 9 p.m., just in a few minutes, Mortal Kombat 9's Top 8 is going to begin. I'm going to be in that crowd. I'm going to be going crazy. I cannot wait. I believe that the Condiment Brothers are going to be coming up to give us and bless us
with their voices.
With their voices. I cannot wait for that. I hope to hear a couple of Oh My Stars, Oh My Days. I can't wait, Arma.
Oh my days.
Oh my days. And I hope that they don't watch this. I actually hope that they don't watch this back and flame us for what we just did.
It's okay. Guys, again, stick around. Don't go anywhere. MK9, we're going back in time. Just stay tuned. Just a little bit more time. I'm Darth Arma. This is Mr. Aquaman.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for watching us here at Combo Breaker 2018. The action is just begun. We got some top 8s coming up for you. Don't go anywhere.